about Mary, mother of Jesus. Mary is one of the most revered and prominent women in Christianity. Her story in the New Testament plays a central role in the birth of Jesus and the history of the world's salvation. Her life is a symbol of humble obedience to God's calling. Early life and the Annunciation. Mary was a Jewish woman from Nazareth, Galilee. She was a virgin, engaged to be married to a man named Joseph. One day the angel Gabriel appeared to her and said, "Greetings, you who are highly favored. The Lord is with you." Mary was greatly troubled by his words. The angel continued, "Do not be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus." When Mary asked, "How will this be, since I am a virgin?" the angel explained that the Holy Spirit would come upon her and she would become pregnant. Mary humbly submitted to God's plan, replying, "I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled." The journey and birth of Jesus. Due to a decree from the Roman Emperor Augustus, Joseph and Mary had to travel to their hometown of Bethlehem to be registered. When they arrived, there was no room for them in the inn, so they had to stay in a place where animals were kept. It was there that Mary gave birth to Jesus, and because there was no crib, she placed him in a manger. Mary treasured and pondered all these things in her heart, including the birth of Jesus and the visit of the shepherds and the wise men. Motherhood and Faithfulness. Mary not only gave birth to Jesus, but also humbly obeyed God's will and cared for him throughout his life. Her faithfulness and maternal love can be seen in the following events. The lost Jesus in the temple. At the age of 12, Jesus went with his parents to Jerusalem for the Passover festival. On the return journey, his parents thought he was in their group, but they realized he was missing after a day's travel. Anxiously, they went back to Jerusalem and searched for him for 3 days. They finally found Jesus in the temple, discussing with the teachers. Jesus said to his mother, "Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" Even then, Mary didn't fully understand his words, but she treasured these things in her heart and pondered them. This strengthens her story. Wedding at Cana in Galilee. At the wedding in Cana, where Jesus performed his first miracle, the hosts ran out of wine. Mary, aware of the situation, told Jesus, "They have no more wine." Although Jesus replied, "My time has not yet come," Mary instructed the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." This moment clearly shows Mary's faith and expectation in Jesus. She believed that he could do something about the situation, and Jesus did, turning water into wine. The crucifixion. Mary followed Jesus throughout his ministry and always supported him. Notably, she was a direct witness to her son's crucifixion on the cross. As described in the Gospel of John, Jesus had prophesied that a sword would pierce her soul. While on the cross, Jesus entrusted his mother to his disciple John to be cared for. This event shows how Mary's entire life was dedicated to her son. Legacy. Mary's life provides important lessons and a significant legacy. Humility and obedience. Mary accepted God's calling with a humble heart. Her words, "May your word to me be fulfilled," serve as a role model for all believers. Accepting God's plan, she trusted in God's plan despite the difficult circumstances. As a virgin, being pregnant was a shameful matter in that era, but she put her trust in God. Mother of believers, she is the most revered woman in Christianity and is honored as the mother of all believers. Mary's life is a story that shows how faith and obedience to God's plan can transform one's life. If you'd like to learn more about the history of prominent figures from the Bible, please subscribe to this channel.